Good day, and welcome to my channel. This is your girl, Madam Zaga. As you have seen on the topic today, we are going to be discussing. It is really personal how I wasted 7 years in a relationship, and I'm going to give you the tips on how to know when your time is being wasted in a relationship. If you're watching me for the very first time, you are very much welcome to my channel. In my channel, we deal with love, beauty, relationship, and lifestyle. So if you have not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, share with your friends so that we learn one or two things. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. So welcome back. Today we are going to be dealing with stories. We are going to be telling stories. So where am I going to start from? Wow, when I was growing up as a teenager, I was just this kind of girl that also God fearing from a God fearing background. Yeah, and I trust in God so much. I was a leader of a group in church. So I never wanted to just disappoint my parents. So I met this guy when I was around, let me say, I was 19 years old, 90. Was it 19? I think it's 20. Yes, 20 years. I met him when I was 20 years old, and he was caring, he was really loving, and he was everything. Was so cute, so handsome, was everything a girl could ask from a man. Yeah, we started dating and everything was going on smoothly. Everything was going on smoothly. Then I realized after some time he will make promises, I will not keep them. I was like, what's happening? Our communication. Okay, so I realized things were not going on as before. As before, we could stay on the phone, we could talk to each other, SMS each other. He will always check on me, and we're fine. When we see each other, we're so happy, so passionate, so loving. Our relationship was envied by so many people. Mind you, after that, during the first 2, 3, 4 years of our relationship, it was not that intimate. We were not intimate. Therefore, I'm trying to say that we didn't have sex. Yes, we didn't have sex, but we did every other thing without sex. I was like, no, yeah, I'm not supposed to have sex. I was that kind of a person, not even that I wasn't supposed to have sex. I was kind of scared of sex. I was like, okay, if he has sex with me, I might get pregnant, things like this. I was so scared, and not even of the pregnancy, but the pain, the psychology. I was just so scared of it. But at one point, we did have it, and everything was nice. It was good, and we're fine. But after some time, our communication break, and we used to talk over the phone for hours. We text each other, but I realized that we're not talking often. We're not talking that often. I was like, what's happening? And when I bring up the complaint, like, why am I texting you and not replying? Why am I calling you? You just give excuse. We talk short. The things, it was not normal to me. This is not our normal routine. I was like, he always just turn the table on me, like turning the table on me, making it seems like I'm nagging, I'm over clinking, overbearing, things like that. So I will always like find fault with myself. Okay, let me give him some space. Let me just try to be myself. The communication was breaking. I knew that something was wrong, but I was afraid. At one point, he fear fear in a relationship. I was afraid of losing him. I was afraid of telling him what I really want in that relationship, how I felt, because I never wanted to upset him in one way or the other. So when I start bringing up the topic of what is happening in the relationship, and he starts like making it seems like I'm being overbearing, or I'm choking him, I'm nagging, things like that, I will just, okay, I'm sorry, let's just forget about it and let's move on. But the truth was, we're not moving on. We're at the same spot, and things were not going, years are passing. So at one moment, he just came and like, okay, baby, the man could track my movement. He could know where I was at what point. He made me a prisoner of myself. Like, I'm not supposed to have friends, I'm not supposed to talk to people. I was enclosed to myself because that is what he wanted for me. That is how he wanted me to be. I was just giving him everything because he was so cute. Bear you, I never wanted to lose him. I was like, okay, if I get to lose him, I will not be able to find somebody like him. He takes care of me. That one is for sure. He gives me everything I ask for. But our relationship was breaking. Where are we heading to? I knew deep inside me that something was wrong. I knew deep inside me that he was cheating on me. Even if he's being caught in the act, he would tell me, am I not supposed to have friends? I'm supposed to have friends. She's just my friend, things like that. Can you imagine one day I was studying, I was doing my HND at that point, and he usually goes out of the country and come back. So he was in the country back then, and he was living with me in my hostel. So he came back and then left to visit his family and spend the night there, and then came back to me. So while I was up reading, I was curious. Never check a man's phone. Seriously, don't check his phone. I had a message coming in at 3 a.m. I was like, who can be sending my guy a message at this? See me, see you. I took his phone. I read the message. You don't want to know what was written there. Babe, I miss you. Stuff like that. We had a nice time, and I'm still dreaming about it. I was like, I could not breathe. I really could not breathe. I was so I had to get him up. I got him up. Babe, you have a message. Please check your message. Should I read it now? That was his that was his reaction. Why are you getting me up because of a message? Am I supposed to read a message now? I said, you have to read this particular message, you have to read it now. And he read the message. I was like, he wants to explain what was going on. I told him no. Please just forget about it. Let's forget it. Because I never wanted him to explain. Not because I never wanted the explanation, but I was scared of the outcome of that explanation. We let that slide. So after some time in our relationship, he asked for a break. Who takes a break when you're in love with somebody? Who does that? Who does that? He asked for a break, that he needed a break to clear his head. Whenever I asked him for time, he's like, I'm busy, my work is stressful, I have people to see, things like that. Well, these are things that you were still doing the same job before, when this relationship, and now it is the same job. Why are you not having time for me? I knew all those things. I knew those are the signs when we set out to do something, when we said to, like, okay, we are supposed to finalize our relationship, and I'm supposed to open a business for you. so that he should be financially independent. There will always be an excuse why he shouldn't do that. So, to cut a long story short, that relationship had to crash. I had to discover that he was not meant for me. I sat back and I thought about it. Don't I deserve better? Don't I deserve to be loved? Don't I deserve to we women, we have the right to choose what we want in a relationship. We have the right to speak up on how we want our relationship should be. The signs are always there when the communication, the first sign is a communication of between the both parties. When the communication fails, when there is no longer communication between you two as it used to be, that is sign number one. Because human being, our nature, we love to be loved and love to belong, to be felt. So if a man loves you, mind you, he's going to call you at night, and if you don't pick the call, he's going to come check on you. He's going to check on you that, baby, what's wrong with you? That is a relationship that a man loves you. And if you give him your guy a call, or a lady a call, one, two, three, she does not respond, there is something wrong in that relationship. That relationship is going down the drain. And deep inside you, you will know when we see the sign. Sometimes we just tend to ignore the sign. Maybe he's going to change, maybe something wrong. We make up excuses for them. And the worst one is, they will ask for a break. Like, if you're in a relationship, she asks for a break. I need a break, I need to clear my head. What happens to me when you are taking the break? Have you thought about what happens to me while you are taking that break? What happens to the other person? It shows that those are signs to show you that that relationship is going to the rocks. There is something wrong. Because if you really love someone, you want to spend your time with that person. You want to talk with them all the time. You want to check on them, how they are. Even ask them if you have eaten. You just want to know. You just want to be around that person. That is our nature. Then you will take a break from somebody you love, and you say she's your soulmate or he's your soulmate, I cannot do without. You really need a break. I think there is something wrong. And then another thing, when you start finding out that a guy, we always make excuses. He's supposed to go and pay you a bride price. He cannot do that. He'll make an excuse. I'm busy. I don't have money now. What do I always say? My finances are not stable, but yet we eat. Your finances are not stable. He will make an excuse why he should not go and see your parents. He will make an excuse why you guys have made a project together. For those that are married, you'll make a project with your husband together, and the time will come for you guys to realize the project. He makes an excuse and then make it as if you're choking him for him to realize the project that the both of you have sat and talk about it and even say for it. At the tail end, no project. He has to open you a business. He makes excuses, and there is corona now. People are doing things, and you just keep on making flimsy excuses why he cannot commit to you, why he cannot do something which he has planned, not keeping his word. There is something wrong in that relationship. I tell you that. There is something seriously wrong in that relationship. A man that loves you will bring out the best in you. We look at you and look at your potential, and we want to make the best out of the woman he loves. He wants to clothe you to look beautiful for him. He wants to bring out your potential, to make you reach your potential. Not men that will want to kill your dream and like, why are you supposed to work? I'm working all the morning. Why are you supposed to do this? Why do you want to do this? He wants to make you to be a typical who you are not. Those are all the signs that he's wasting your time. The signs are always there. Why are we afraid? That person, that lady, that man that you're afraid to leave when you see all the signs. Yeah, some of us are afraid because you might have a child with him. But when you think about it, that child is his blood. Are you going to go through depression? The worst thing that can ever happen is when a man starts ignores you. My guy could ignore me. We could go for weeks without him uttering a word. I was losing my mind. I was losing my mind. Why would a guy ignore me? This is somebody that chased after me. This is somebody that showed me love. All of a sudden, he does not even want to see my side. He does not even want to talk to me. The depression was real. But mind you, I came out of it. How? I had a family that loves me. I had friends that stood by me. That made me to realize who I was. I had a God that never fails. And I said to myself, I was not born with this man. And I'm saying to you out there listening to me, you were not born with that man. Even if you were, he does not have your life in his hand. Without him, you can still make it. Without him, you can live. It was painful. It was painful. I thought I could not live without him. Because I built my life around him. I loved him so much. I did everything he wanted me to be and to do. I did everything for my relationship to work. But the signs were there. I ignored them. I ignored all the signs. But when I decided to leave, my God was faithful. So I'm telling you that there is a life after breakup. There is a life after you leave a stupid and a wretched relationship. You are beautiful. You are bold. You are who you are. And you can still have somebody that will love and cherish you. But first thing you have to do, you have to start loving yourself first. Love yourself. Be strong for yourself. And know that if that guy leaves you today, you have a God that never fails. As that same guy came into your life, another man can still come into your life. But you have one person that will love you unconditionally, and that is God. So I am telling you today that there is a God that loves you, and you have to love yourself first. Women, don't go into a relationship without a vision. Know what you want out of that relationship. Don't go into a relationship with a man that the both of you don't share the same vision. You have to share the same vision to be able to head the same way. You cannot say, no, he's going to change after he gets married to me. Or if you are married to a man that does not share your vision. A man that does not look at investment or grow, does not want to grow. A man that is reckless and lack focus. He does not share your vision. And you think staying 20, 30 years in a relationship is going to change and get married to you? It's going to change and you guys are going to share the same vision? No. Or it's going to change and start treating you better? A man will leave his house, the wife is there at home, leaving her with the kids, going out, no call, no checking on them, just go out and come back. Did you leave a furniture at home? and you think he's going to change? A man that loves you. There are real men. There are men that love. Men in their nature love more than women. Men love. That is why the Bible tells us that husband, love your wife. Wife, submit to your husband. Because men in their nature were created to love. If a man loves you, he will create time for you. He will bring out the best in you. And he will make you love who you are. And he will make your life a living heaven. Why won't you submit to that kind of a man? So when going into a relationship, and even if you are in a relationship, don't ignore the signs. And don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to say what you want in a relationship. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to tell your partner how you see it and how you want it to be. He that loves you will stay with you. So today we are going to end here for today. That is how I weathered my storm. I weathered my heartbreak. I wasted 7 years in a relationship, but we thank God. My God was faithful. I was quick enough to realize that he was not meant for me and we were not meant for each other. So please, if you find this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Love yourself, love who you are, and stay just being true to yourself and stay with God, and everything is possible. This is your girl, Madam Zaga.